Alright, Tristan, what do you got for the 36?
I didn't do it. I forgot it.
Alright, so 36, you are factoring, when you have two things, and I'm going to do this one and you're going to do 37 then. So you're going to look for two numbers. Remember that when you're multiplying them together, gives you this. And when there's only two terms and it's separated by a subtraction, you look to see if it's a perfect square. So the x squared, it would be x and x. And the two numbers, the square root of 16 is 4. So it's 4 and 4. And the only way we can get a negative is one being positive and one being negative. Now, the reason why this works is because it would drop the middle out, right? So 37 then would be, what would be the answer?
The parentheses with the x plus 3.
So y plus 3,
Or y plus 3.
And then
Y minus 3.
very good. All right, Steve, 38.
It would be 3x minus 5 and 3x plus 5.
Very good. Caitlin, 39. No, yeah, Katie. So 2a plus 7, and then 2a minus 7. And I probably need to make it a little bit smaller. Now, because that was Katie. But now, Caitlin, do you know? No, Kate. I wanted Katie. You're Katie, right? I wanted Caitlin. Oh, Caitlin. Sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. Caitlin. 40. Okay. So I'll tell you how we did 39, and then you can do 40 still. So what you do is you take the square root of this. So the square root of 4 is 2. Square root of x squared is square root of 4 is 2. Square root of a squared is a. 49, the square root of 49 was 7 and 7. When there's two terms and they're separated by a negative, you do one positive, one negative. And that's how the middle terms, see how the middle terms, this is 14, and this is, then we have negative 14, so they drop out. So, doing that same thing, what then would be 40? What would be the answer to 40? Yep, very good. 2x plus 5 and 2x minus 5. Very good. So now we have 41. 41, Jake. Say it one more time. So you have 10y plus 9. Very good. On 42, just in case you didn't do 42, on 42 what you have to do is you have to take out what's in common first, because 6 is not a perfect. So you're going to take out what's in common. So you take out that 6 and you have x squared minus y squared. And then at this point you can do the plus and minus. So you'd go 6 times x plus y and then x minus y. So now we're at 43. So doing 43, Abby, do you know, you weren't here, were you? We'll go Matt.
It would be 8xy and then x minus 1.
Very good. All right. Questions about those? Those are the ones that you have two terms and one's a perfect. Questions about the first ones? All right, so now we're at 22. We're at 22 from our 5. It actually should be 5, 5. I messed up on the numbering, so it's 5, 5. So we're at 22. We'll see what you guys got from 22. Gino?
X plus 5 and x plus 4.
So x plus 5 and then x plus 4. All right. 23, Zach.
Which one?
The next one, 23, this one.
Y plus 5 and then y plus 3.
It's y plus 5 and then y plus 3.
Correct?
Yep. Yep. And the biggest thing that you're looking for is two numbers that multiply together to give you 15, that when we add them gave you 8. So, yep. 24. 24. Let's see. AJ. All right, so you look at 24. We're looking for two numbers. The first thing you have is AC, so you're looking for two numbers that multiply together to give you 16, that when you add them gives you a negative 8. So what two numbers multiply together to give me 16? So 4 and 4 is right. And are we gonna, and we want it to be a positive 16, so what is it gonna be? Is it, so these 4 times 4 is just 16, but we want it to add up to be a negative 8. So negative 4 and negative 4. So our answer then would be y if I do plus minus 4. Now, because they're the same, do you know what else how else you can say it? You can say y minus 4 squared. Yep. All right. Question so far, and then because I'm gonna put this up here. Thank you. So we're at 25. Because I want to make sure you guys are understanding this before we're moving on to the rest of them. 25. Rosie. So 25, a minus 5, and then a minus 5. And then what would be their total answer then? Would be a minus 5 squared. Very good. All right. Sebastian, 26.
X plus 3, x minus 9.
So the one thing too, and what you guys will have to make sure you do is put this in order. So, and it still might be right, but I want to make sure we have. So you have to put it in descending order. And so your answer was, say it again.
X plus 3, x minus 9.
Very good. All right. 27. 27 we have, and it's not here, is he? Nope. Diana.
I did skip that.
All right. So 27, the first we have here, the problem was t squared minus 15 minus 2t, right? So first thing we have to do is to do what?
Put it in descending.
So I'm going to go t squared minus 2t minus 15. So we're looking for two numbers that multiply together that gives me 15, that when I do what?
Then when you add them, gives you -2.
Yep, so two numbers that multiply together to give me negative 15, that when I add them gives me a negative 2. So what two numbers could that be?
3 and 5.
3 and 5. And which one's going to be the negative?
It's gonna be -5.
Negative 5. So the answer then would be?
T plus 3 and t minus 5.
Very good. Okay, so when you're doing these ones up here, remember if there's no number in front of A, then you can jump down after you get this. You can always jump down to this, because these ones are the easier ones. It's when A has a number that it's going to be harder. So 28, we'll finish up these ones so that we can see where we're at with the next group. Let's see, Ruthie, what do you got for 28?
I'm -7 and I'm plus 4.
All right. 29, Lucas. All right, so 29, we have x squared minus 2x minus 8. So what's my first thing I have to do? I'm looking for two numbers that multiply together to give me -8. I think you guys speak up. I have good hearing, but I could not hear you. So that's going to be -8. That when you add them gives me -2. So two numbers that when I multiply them together gives me -8. That when I add them gives me -2. So what numbers? First of all, what numbers give me 8? So I have 1 and 8. So 2 and 4. And so what did you say? 2 and 2 and -4. So my answer is going to be x. Is this a positive 2 or -2? X plus 2 and then x minus 4. All right. 30. Let's see. Is Cody gone? Oh, yep, Cody. For 30. Okay, so we have 14x plus x squared plus 45, right? So what's my first step? So I want to, first step is to put this in descending order. All right, now what's my next step? AC, so AC is 45. So we're looking for two numbers that multiply together to give me 14 or 45. That when I add them gives me 14, right? And what's the 9 and 5? All right. So what's our final answer? So it's x. So x plus 9. Oh, sorry. So x plus, and then x plus 5. So you're always putting that back in. All right. I know we did a few of them together, the next ones. So I think we did, what did we do? We did the first 3 together, I think. So how many of you honestly have done the next, how many of you actually did your 47? I know you had to go up to 57, but I want to know how many of you actually got up to there, that you did it. Okay, we'll keep going then, because I want to make sure, because we are, just so you know, as long as you keep an ear on me, we are going to finish you are going to finish it up for the rest of that's what we're doing after lunch, but I want to make sure you're at the right track on getting these done. So, we did 43, 44, 45 together yesterday. Did we do 46? No, I think we stopped at 40. We only did up to 45 together yesterday, right? Correct. All right. So 46 then. Let's see. Well, let's go. John, what'd you get? You didn't do it. All right. So we have 3a squared minus a minus 4. All right. So first step is to find AC. So what does AC equal? Remember, this is A, B. These are harder ones, but so I'll walk you through it. So A, B, C is right there. So AC is -12. So now I'm looking for two numbers that multiply together to give me -12. That when I add them gives me -1. So what numbers multiply together give me -12 that when I add them give me a -1? 3 and -4. Alright, so what you have to do then is rewrite this line. So you go 3a squared and then plus 3a minus 4a minus 4. Then you group it and you say, what does this have in common? So what does 3a squared and 3a have in common? 3a, yes. So what's left? 3a times what gives me 3a squared? A. 3a times what gives me 3a? 1. Very good. This in common is a 4, -4, leaving you with a plus 1. I'll finish it up because of time. These two have in common a plus 1. 3a minus 4 is what is in common.